Ladies and gentlemen, don't touch the buttons, for this is a Fred the Alien Productions podcast.
Touch all the buttons.
All of them. All of them. Touch the buttons that say like, subscribe, and follow, and yeah,
All the things.
all the things. Cue the music.
I don't know what we're yelling about! We came, we saw, we kicked its ass!
Finished. I don't know, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Kind of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style?
Who is this? What's your operating number?
Boring conversation anyway.
Look, we're gonna have company! Loud noises!
Hello.
Hello.
I'm a Kendall Richardson.
I'm a Fulya cantar magia.
Yes, you did. Past midnight, even. Yes, yes,
Yes.
that is your name. And you are now experiencing a podcast called Fred. Yes, we shall indeed see. Yes, welcome to the show. It's another week. We're back. And another bunch of cool and not so cool things to talk about, but we're just gonna kick it off with the weekly watchings. Fulya, take it away.
All right, I haven't really watched much this week, so I'm just gonna mention straight off the bat. I am up to 336 in One Piece, slowly chugging away. It's been a bit of a week, and I managed to finish off an anime that I started a couple of weeks ago called "The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic," and this is where 3 high school students have been transported to a fantasy world. But while 2 of them are heroes, one can only be the healer. And what a healer he is, to be honest. Really, really good. Managed to get to a point where we had like a full all-out war. They had to go to the front lines. And then, it was good fun to watch all that kind of go. And Usato, who is the healer that we are referring to here, he ends up beating the Dark Knight in this particular war using his healing magic, because his healing magic ends up canceling out the power that the Black Knight has. So it kind of worked out really well for him. But at the end of this season, he's off on another little adventure. So I'm not sure if that's a setup for a season 2, because there was only 13 episodes, and the way they ended this season, it was essentially very open-ended to a potential season 2, because they also gave us a little snippet sizzle reel at the end of little images of what potentially could be happening in the future. I just don't know whether they're in the works. There hasn't been any news about it, but I'll just keep it in my watch list in case it returns. So, yeah, that's it.
Short and sweet. Love it. Good. Thanks for sharing. Nice. Mike, what about you? What have you been watching this week?
over 100 over me. There we go. Yeah, on the stream, so. On the stream, no one can hear you on the stream. They can hear us, but they can't hear you. Sorry, we're like derailing the stream.
Please stand by.
God
We're having
dang.
technical
One day, I will get this right. I thought it
All right,
just
now we
went
can
to
hear you. It's all
default.
good.
I just,
Default.
just
Why we always
Default,
check.
Default.
I don't have to. It should work automatically.
Yes, exactly. It should work automatically, Mike. You'd fucking tell them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Stupid.
OBS is
technology.
bullshit. What does OBS stand for? Obligatory bullshit.
Yeah.
Often on bullshit with a hyphen.
Outstanding.
Anyway, so yes, One Piece.
Yes.
And something new. I watched ELO.
Elio?
Elio. ELO.
Okay.
You know. Favorite band.
How was that?
It was good. It was a nice self-contained story. I would say, what if E.T. was the other way, where Elliot?
Yeah, that's a good way to
goes-
explain it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
Where Elliot gets stranded. Yeah, it was a nice little story dealing with finding yourself and where you fit in with your situation, and that's and Elio's situation where he finds himself, and he finds solace of wanting to be abducted. So that's very
that's
healthy.
true. That's very true.
And his situation with his auntie, and his auntie is basically part of the army that's looking at interstellar stuff. So I think you would like it, Kendall, for an animated film.
Yes.
That deals with space travel and it's sad, and I do enjoy some of the little cinematic what do you call it, homages to different things. Like I noticed, I saw it was like that's a T2 situation, and I like and Pixar does this thing where they always put like shots or things that are Easter eggs from The Shining, and they put a Shining shot in this.
Oh,
And I thought, Shining.
that's great.
And I can just hear boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Like, I get it. I haven't been watching much. It was just mostly One Piece, which I'm very much enjoying, and hopefully, because I got some holidays coming up, I'm thinking I might ramp up my watching, because the new season 1 just finished of One Piece, the animated show, and the first season comprises of 1,155 episodes. So, and the new new series starts up in April. So, hopefully, I might get into that sort of scenario.
I wonder if they'll make it shorter this time and not go for another 1,000 episodes.
Well, that's the thing, because they're still continuing on with the manga, so it's going to be, but not as many filler episodes for them to catch up. It's going to be a seasonal thing instead of doing like 52 as they do, and then the turnover is it continues.
Yep.
So they're sort of changing it up, and so it's probably better that way because because One Piece started with it being like a not seasonal TV show but ongoing. And Pokemon has done the same thing where it was just constantly one a week sort of thing for whatever how many years, and then they sort of changed it up, got rid of Ash because you can't be 10 forever.
Yeah.
You hear that, Simpsons? Anyway, and so they're continuing Pokemon, but as a different story. They're still doing Luffy's story with this. I'm just sort of determined to try and finish it, especially this year. But probably finish it as soon as I
was going to say that will be the challenge of finishing One Piece before the end of the year.
I've done the calculations, and if I keep on going like five a day, I'll be done like before July. So
okay,
so not too bad. And then watch the movies and and get up to where they are with the anime, and then I'll turn my attention to manga. I'll get.
You're actually going to do it.
Yeah. I'm a fan now.
You're a big fan.
Certified. Yeah. Not as a. I'm not going to be learning Japanese.
No.
So I'll be getting the translation,
Of course.
I think I saw on the window. It's only like a couple of months between publications of the Japanese manga to English translation. I think it's only like like 2 or 1 month, like in between.
Yeah.
So
I feel like you'd be able to get the manga in volume collections. So like in sets of, I don't know, maybe like 10 or 15 volumes in one, and then just it'll keep going from there. Might be easier for you to get rather than getting them one at a time.
Well, yeah. I have been getting the omnibus, so that's 3.
Oh, the omnibus. Yep. All right, that works. Yeah.
So I've been getting the 3. So I'll start getting that, and then when it comes to the singular publication, so the window is getting smaller and smaller, and I'll be up to date. Yeah. So
that's fair.
Yeah. So that's basically.
I do remember one thing that I just wanted to mention. I've been watching Shrinking. The newest episode came out, and Harrison Ford's character cracked me up in this episode because he got the okay to go back to work from his doctor because he's got Parkinson's. And the day he returns to work, his entry, I kid you not, he walks through the door and goes, da-da-da-da, da-da-da, and then
You're kidding.
I'm not joking. That's what he says.
Oh, that is...
It cracked me up so much, and I'm like,
that.
he does care.
No, he doesn't.
Or he was forced to do it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they're paying him the big bucks, the big apple.
Yeah.
Or they didn't know he was doing that. And so just come in with a flare, and then he says, okay. Oh, sorry.
I got a pretty good flair. Yeah. Right.
You want me to hype this up? Okay.
Yeah, it's so funny. That's all I wanted to mention.
That's great for you.
Unfortunately,
anyway,
no whip crack.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Cracking of the whip.
Cracking of the whip.
So I'm done. What about you?
Yeah, great. Yeah, I've been watching a few things this week. I'll start with a movie I watched that just came to streaming, and that is Friendship, starring Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for Mike's reaction. No, I liked it more than my partner did. But it was like, it was just, I don't know. I thought it was good, but it was like, it was just, interesting. Like some of it just kind of, it was just a bit weird, and I'm like, well, it's Tim Robinson, so like his stuff is just never. It's always outside the box. It's never like what you're expecting, and yeah. But I kind of felt for the character in terms of like wanting to, his wife encourages him to go out of the house and make friends, and and to see the new neighbor, and then he becomes instant best friends, but he becomes obsessed with the guy to the point where it just ruins his life. And he just it just this one evening where the neighbor played by Paul Rudd, his mates all get together and Tim Robinson's there, and and then he takes things a bit too far, and ruins the night, and then he kind of never recovers from that, and then Paul Rudd's like, yeah, I'm ending the friendship now, and then and then shit happens with his wife that was just really weird, and like the son was like, I was like, oh, it's fucking Thingo from It, and I was really happy to see him, but yeah, but no, I liked it. I thought it was good. I didn't hate it. I thought it was weird, like I expected it to be, and Paul Rudd was really good in it, and just the added humor of him having a hairpiece was pretty brilliant.
Spoilers, but okay.
Spoilers. But anyway, yeah, it was a good film. Okay, and the rest of the stuff I want to talk about is TV related. So Mike, you didn't mention the things that you've watched this week, but we talked about it at the party last night. So, but
Yeah, that's what confused me. It's like, didn't we do it already?
we've already done this. Yeah. So, yeah, The Pit this week, another Ripper episode with another intense cliffhanger happening at the end there. That shit is really about to hit the fan, big time. Things are just slowly getting worse on this shift for season 2, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how they, navigate. Yeah, how they get through this next little bit. Yeah, and my heart broke for the how Samira was trying to save the guy who didn't have any health insurance, and she like caught him leaving, and then said, I will give you this, I will do this, we will do this, we'll make this okay, you can stay a bit longer, and we can take care of you, and then you'll be fine, and we'll help you through your payment and everything. And then he leaves anyway, without saying goodbye to her, and it was just like, oh man, that was rough. But like, I'm sure shit like that happens every day in America.
Yeah.
In the hospital system. So I really love this show that it's like just really touching on like so many current issues, and like it makes sense because I've watched a couple of interviews with Noah Wiley, and he's talking about like why the show was created, and like the purpose of it, and it really is to just show what the frontline health workers deal with on a day-to-day, since the pandemic, during the pandemic, and all the kind of politics they have to put up with, and bureaucracy, and then just the kinds of patients they get and everything. And it's a really great show. It's just really great. I love it. Speaking of really great shows, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms had its penultimate episode this week, episode 5 out of 6, and oh boy, it was a doozy. It was a doozy. Yeah, I really, really liked this show, this episode. Yeah, it was cool to see the Trial of Seven kind of play out, even though we had a chunky flashback shoved in the middle of it. Did you like the flashback stuff, Mike, when you watched it?
I did.
Yeah.
Well, because Yeah, because at the start of this show, you just get dropped in as though
Yeah.
who are these characters, and you sort of pinpoint anything. So it's kind of good that they back-ended his story instead of like going from his whole story up until now, because it's probably more enjoyable that way, like for me. And then you sort of see where he is from, see where he came from. So therefore, yeah, yeah. But it kind of works because he got knocked the fuck out. So
Yeah,
you
he did.
need to put something in.
Yeah. I like the
Life
way this.
flashing before your eyes, sort of thing.
Yeah, I like the way that this show kind of uses like the shots of characters like looking into their past sort of thing just by from a different angle, and like the way that they kind of do that, like, you know, in the show is really clever. But yeah, the ending was just brutal. There was a major character death on Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and I won't say who it was, but if you know, you know, and goddamn, I'm never gonna look at a knight's helmet the same way ever again.
Especially the back of it.
Especially the back of it. It was heartbreaking. It was really heartbreaking. So I'm really excited to see how that affects everything going forward. What it means for Dunk and Egg and the Targaryens going forward. Anyway, so it's gonna be fun. One more episode to go. So, and then the last thing, I'm really excited, and I'm pretty sure you mentioned that you watched this, so I hope you're just as excited as I am to say that I binged Heated Rivalry this week.
Yes. Yes. What'd you think?
Oh my god. I love it. I knew I would love it. Because it's a queer drama, and it's really well written.
Mm-hmm.
But like I wasn't prepared for
the intensity.
Just the intensity of it, yeah. Like it's just even though it kind of feels like elevated fan fiction to a degree, because it really just feels like it's part of it is written like well written. I stress it's well written. Not to say, I mean, fan fiction is well written too, but it has that vibe of like it's a hockey player AU situation, you know, like because there's not a lot of hockey. Like hockey is definitely does feature, obviously. Like they mention, you know, the Winter Olympics. They mention all the different championship seasons that they each go through because the show takes place. I didn't realize it took place over so many years. Like from the start to the finish, it's like 10 years.
Yeah.
Which is wild to think about. But the hype is real. You know, these two actors who we've never really seen, and I had a fucking shock this week after I watched it, and I was like watching interviews and reading up on Hudson Williams and Connor Story, just being like, who are these guys? And turns out that Connor was actually in Joker Folie à Deux. He plays the guy. Spoilers for Joker Folie à Deux if you don't want to know the ending of the movie, but he plays the guy that kills Arthur Fleck at the end. So Connor, who plays Ilya in Heated Rivalry, kills Arthur Fleck in Joker Folie à Deux. Spoilers. And I was like,
and who is the real Joker?
Yes, who is the real Joker? Yes. But yeah, it was just brilliant. Like it was just such a great, like the tension between the two of them is played out really well, and I love that it doesn't fully, like I love angst in my fiction, but I like that it didn't really fully go into that, because we get glimpses of that when like when Shane is kind of sad that, you know, like because he falls for Ilya first.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets a bit sad that they can't be together, and that like Ilya's going off to, you know, fuck other women or be with other guys, whatever it is. Because he's bisexual. Bisexuality represent. Love that. And yes, but they didn't. But like because of all the time jumps, you're not really dwelling in a lot of that angst or sorrow or pain. Like they handled this like long distance fling kind of really healthily in terms of like they get back together every season, every time there's a new hockey season, like, and they they play each other, and they stay at the same hotel in the same city and stuff, and that's when it just progresses, and it just did that in a really great, healthy, non-toxic way. Like, it definitely could have easily gone down that abusive, bad boy route, but it was great. And Ilya is just the softest, sweetest thing underneath that tough Russian exterior, and I love him so much. Episode 5, Fulya, when they're having the long distance phone conversation, and Shane's just like, how about you vent to me in Russian? So I don't understand it. And then Ilya does this monologue over the phone, completely in Russian. By the way, Connor Story did not know Russian before he worked on the show, and he learnt it for the show in like less than a month.
That's insane.
It's insane. And his Russian is so good, to the point where I one of the interviews I watched, to the point where during that that scene with all the Russians at the dinner table just before he has the argument with his brother, when they were filming that, one of like the Russian extras tried to talk to Connor in Russian, and because he only really knows his dialogue fluently, right? He doesn't know, he can't hold a conversation in Russian. Like, he can say some things, but he's not fluent. And he was like, I'm sorry, I don't know how to respond. And then one of the other people who could speak both languages came up and said, she thought you were a native speaker. Like,
that says a lot.
Like, wow, hats off to him.
And honestly, even I didn't even know that. Like, when I watched it, today years old when I found out that he didn't know Russian.
Yeah. It's insane, right? Absolutely insane. But no, that conversation that he has over the phone, and he tells Shane he loves him for the first time. Oh my God, my heart
broke me, right?
Broke me. Yeah. It was beautiful. I really hope, at the very least, that Connor Story gets an Emmy nomination out of this.
Absolutely
phenomenal. And then I have to also shout out episode 3 with Scott and Kip. Oh my God. Like,
how adorable are they?
So adorable. So adorable. And I was confused at first, because I was like, wait, I thought the show was about one gay couple, and now we've got another one that we're gonna, what's going on here? And it's just sort of a bottle episode, but it's done in such a great way, and you see the progression of their relationship from being the guy who serves his smoothies to being his boyfriend, and whatever comes after that and stuff, and dealing with the, do we come out, do we not come out, like, how do we handle this? And it really also made me angry watching it too, because it made me go, how the fuck in 2026 are we still doing this? Like, how are we at a point where athletes, especially male athletes, cannot come out at all? Like, they cannot. Like, this show is sort of realistic, but it's sort of a fairy tale too, because obviously there are queer players in hockey, in AFL, in rugby, in every sport. Like,
absolutely,
humans are just, some of us are just gay, and it's great. But it just, in the sporting world, it's just very, it's
tough. Yeah,
it's anti-pro LGBTQIA+.
As much as they try to make it as friendly as they can, they're still, within the teams, they still have a hard time. Like,
yeah, they really do. And I don't, it just pisses me off, because I'm just like, it's, love is love, and it's beautiful, and they should be able to live openly and freely, and it shouldn't affect their career. And it's kind of nice to see that this show is, not only portraying that in a positive way, but also just the fact that it's hitting so many different households. Like, it's not just staying in the queer community. This is a wide audience show that everyone is watching, and that can only be a good thing.
Absolutely.
For the direction of, I mean, we had an AFL player come out as bisexual last year, I think he's retired. He retired and then he came out, but still, yeah, that was really important and really special, and so hopefully we start to see more of that. That would be nice. But yeah, but this show is just, yeah, it was just great. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was, because everyone's like, oh my god, there's an episode in here that's rated higher than some of the best episodes of Breaking Bad, and I was like, no, I'm sorry, not your queer romance, no way, no way. And then I watched it and I was like, no, this is fucking good. This is just, the writing is so good,
Yep.
the acting is on point, the direction, everything is just, yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely is worth the hype, and I'm very excited for a season 2 when that happens, and how everyone's going to navigate, you know, what it means for Shane and Ilya to be together, now that they've, you know, decided to be together, and what it means for Scott and Kip now that Scott has come out in the public sphere. So
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
like the fact that he did that shocked the hockey world in that series.
yeah, definitely.
Right. And especially the fact that when his team won the finals
Yeah.
and he got Kip
Oh.
to come out onto the ice, I was terrified when he was doing
Yeah.
that.
Same. Yeah.
But then when nobody did anything to make it toxic or like hateful, I was so happy.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I was bawling, to be honest. I was crying.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is how it should be, you know? Like, it's not fair. It's
Yeah.
really not fair. And and I love that then, like, Scott and Kip kind of, and I kind of saw this happening after episode 3, but like, they do what they do, and that kind of shows Shane and Ilya what they could do, you know?
Yeah.
What it
Their
means
potential,
for them.
yeah.
And then the fact that the episode ends with Ilya being like, "Take me to the cottage," and then roll credits, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is cinema! I love
Yeah.
it!
Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant!"
And the fact that that Shane's family was okay
oh,
with it all.
oh, that was my stomach dropped, and I felt everything that Shane was feeling, like when his dad walked in on them. Like, thankfully they were only kissing, but like, yeah, and the parents handled it so well, and I love the mum apologizing and being like, you know, I'm sorry you thought you couldn't tell me, and the fact that they had their suspicions, and the fact that they were like, wait, don't you guys hate each other because they're rivals in hockey?
It was the only way to hide it, you know?
Yeah, play up the rivalry, and then behind the scenes, they love each other. Yeah,
Exactly. It was wonderful. Love this show.
It was great. It's based on a book series,
Yes,
as well. So probably might be worth checking out if you wanna get the rest of the show spoiled for you, I guess, and see how.
I haven't read the books.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for the show.
Yeah, I think
makes it easier to digest.
Yes. No, that's totally fair. But yeah, I'm so glad I finally watched it. So I'm in the heated rivalry massive now. I'm one of you guys. Let's go, season 2. Amazing. Okay, enough of the watchings. That's done. It's now time for the week that was in the nerdy news.
This is the news in nerdy news. The nerds that talk about the nerdy news. That is us who talk about the news that is nerdy. And now the queen of nerdydom, the hostess with mostest, Kendall Richardson. Take it away, Kendall.
Okay, it's nerdy news time, and because it's 2026, we have to be sad again.
I feel like we've been sad for the last month.
Literally, it's just, it's so heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking, and I said to my girlfriends in a group chat we have, like, you know, it just feels like 2016 on crack at this point. The amount of people that just keep leaving us. But of course, we're going to pay our respects to two immensely talented actors today, and that is, of course, Robert Duvall and Eric Dane, who sadly left us this week. Robert Duvall was 95, which I will, you know, give big ups to him for living that long. I didn't realize he was that old. But you know, he's been around for a while. I was reminded, of course, amongst all the tributes this week, that he started uh, as Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird, and I watched that film in high school, and I I don't know if I remember reacting to him or not, because I grew up watching a lot of Robert Duvall's stuff here and there, because he's a big character actor that, you know, pops up in a lot of really great supporting roles, and but yeah, I don't know if I remember. I kind of want to rewatch To Kill a Mockingbird now, because it's a great movie anyway, but just to see his performance in that, I think would be lovely. But of course, most people know him for The Godfather Part 1 and Part 2. He was an Oscar nominated, Oscar winning actor as well. He appeared in a lot of TV shows. He was actually in the MASH movie, Fulya.
He was?
Yeah,
He was the original Frank Burns.
Oh, was he the original Frank Burns? Okay.
Oh, no
Cool.
way.
There you
Okay.
go.
Interesting.
There you go. But yes, he won an Oscar for his role in Tender Mercies. He had a very famous appearance in Apocalypse Now, of course, which is one of the most iconic scenes in that movie. And he's crazy in that.
Say the line. Say the line.
I don't remember the line.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Yes, there it is. Yes.
Smells like victory.
Victory. Yeah. Incredible. I recently watched him in Network as well, like a month ago. Network you can watch for free on YouTube at the moment, actually, and that stars him as he plays this very, very greedy, big arsehole that kind of is in charge of the TV channel, that the news program that they're working on is doing. And he it's funny to see him play such a dick in that, because a lot of the stuff I've seen him in, he plays like sort of the charming older guy, the wise guy, the, like, you know, bit of a wholesome dude, but will be tough when he needs to be. Because I think the first thing I actually saw him in was a movie called Deep Impact, where he played an astronaut by the name of Spurgeon Tanner, and he was the co-lead of the astronauts that were sent into space in the film, to stop the comet that was heading to Earth. And he was great in it. It was the first time I'd seen him in anything. That was like, so when I think of Robert Duvall, I think of Deep Impact and how great he was. He was kind of, in the movie, his backstory was like, he was sort of a Neil Armstrong type that was like, he was famous from the Apollo days of NASA, and then they, as a PR thing, they kind of brought him in so the public can go, okay, Spurgeon Tanner's here, we're going to relax and everything's going to be fine. And then nothing was fine, and one of the comets hit the planet, and it's okay. The movie has a happy ending. Spoilers. It's nearly 30 years old. I think I can talk about it. But I love him in that. I absolutely love him in that. And then, of course, I think the last thing of his like recent work, the two movies, would be Widows with Viola Davis and a bunch of other fantastic female actors. And then, of course, he was Oscar nominated for The Judge with Robert Downey Jr. And he's incredible in that movie as well. So, yeah, I'm really, really sad to hear of his passing this week. But yeah, 95 is a hell of a life, and boy, did he live one. So, huge legacy. Huge legacy. Fulya, do you have any words to share on the passing of the great Robert Duvall?
I know that he's been in a lot. Unfortunately, I don't think I've engaged with any of his work in the films that he's been in.
That's okay.
So, but all I know is that he was such a legend in the industry. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike, what about you? Have you engaged with the work of the one and only Robert Duvall?
Bits and pieces, like, yeah. A lot. He's done a lot of TV as well.
Yeah.
Like, he was in an episode of the original Twilight Zone.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. He also, funny enough, where was it? Yeah, in Network as well, which is probably one of my favorites now, considering the sort of hellscape of the media that is today.
That movie is so like, it's like 1984. It's like so fucking like on the money foreshadowing. Brilliant.
Yeah, and yeah, he's done a lot of like genre films, and he was in Gone in 60 Seconds as well, which is
Oh, I loved him in that.
yeah,
Yes. He's so good in that too.
in The Sixth Day, like, Thank You for Smoking.
Oh, he was in that as well. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I really enjoy. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, I do enjoy his like later half, but I'm sort of biased on that because that's when I was around. So yeah, very prolific person, doing all that, and also, of course, being in The Godfather as well. He also reprised his role in video games as well of the Godfather. So yeah, so it's sad, but 95 ain't bad.
No, can't complain. We should all be so lucky, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And now, onto someone who didn't get to live that long, which makes me really, really sad. And that is, of course, the wonderful man that was Eric Dane. Most people, of course, know him from his work on Grey's Anatomy, where he was playfully known as McSteamy, opposite Patrick Dempsey's McDreamy. And he was on that show for a number of seasons. For me, though, Eric Dane, I knew him from Charmed. That's where I first came across him. He was a love interest to Phoebe Halliwell, played by Alyssa Milano, for 2 seasons. He played her boss at the newspaper she worked for in the show. So things were a little forbidden romance. But no, he is just one of the most handsome, most charming men. Like his like charisma just oozed off the screen, and I loved Phoebe and Cole in the show, but like Phoebe and Jason Dean, which was Eric's character, I was just like, damn, I need them to stay together. And then unfortunately, spoilers for Charmed, but he didn't take so well to the fact that she was a witch, so it did not last. Oh, I know, drama. But something else I knew Eric Dane for was more recently on Euphoria, the HBO teen drama, where he played Jacob Elordi's dad in the show, Cal Jacobs. And I was shocked and astounded by his performance in that show in the best of ways, because he was playing a very complicated and tough character, like with such heart and depth, and just like Cal wasn't a good man, but he had good in him somewhere, and we got to, in season 2, we got a bit of his backstory about why he is the way he is, and that was, heartbreaking to watch, as well. And yeah, and the way Eric portrayed him was just amazing. Like, should have won an Emmy, I think. I mean, everyone on that show should get an Emmy, not just Zendaya. I mean, Zendaya's fucking queen, but yeah. But he was so good and just heartbreaking on that show. And then I think recently, I was just trying to Google it, because Eric sadly died of ALS, or here in Australia, we more commonly referred to it as MND, motor neuron disease. And he was only diagnosed a year ago. So the fact that he declined so rapidly is just another kind of devastating blow. But one cool thing that he did late last year, I think it was, he appeared on a medical drama called Brilliant Minds, which stars Zachary Quinto, and he played a character in the show with ALS, and he like fully showed, like Eric fully like just went vulnerable and showed like the effects the disease was having on him, and it was such a like genuine. I haven't seen it, but like it kind of, you know, a lot of entertainment websites that I follow online were reporting about it and showing clips and stuff, and I was just like, holy crap, like just an incredibly brave thing to kind of do, to put yourself. It's like similar how Michael J. Fox, you know, kind of wears his Parkinson's out in the world for everyone to see now. Like, you know, he's going to be on Shrinking this season, you know, with Harrison Ford, you know.
Seen it,
and
yeah.
Seen it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just, it's so heartbreaking and devastating when something like this happens to such a, you know, beautiful person, especially like a week after losing James Van Der Beek to cancer, and now we have Eric Dane gone to, you know, with ALS, and it's just, yeah, it's good that they have the courage and strength to show the world their illness and what that means for other people. You know, go get tested, go raise money, go spend time volunteering with those charities, and yeah, and I don't know, hug your loved ones tight. You know, it's just because 53 is too young. 53 is way too young. So yeah, Eric Dane was wonderful, and I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him a lot. Fulya, did you engage with any of Eric Dane's work? Did you watch Grey's Anatomy, Charmed, or anything else? He was on Countdown with Jensen Ackles. That was one of his other final roles last year. What do you have to say about Eric Dane?
Yeah, look, some of the stuff that he's been in, I have watched, including you know, Burlesque, the Cher and
of course
Christina Aguilera film. He's in X-Men: The Last Stand. He plays Multiple Man, which I honestly didn't realize until I saw the photos. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was him! Wow. So yeah, I've watched that. I'm pretty sure I've also watched, you know, I didn't engage with Grey's Anatomy. I'm not sure why. I feel like that's a medical drama I probably would have enjoyed. I just didn't really interest me as much. So that's probably why I didn't jump into it. But other than that, I haven't really watched him in much else. So that is pretty much it for me when I think of Eric Dane. But yeah, like you said, like 53 is still so young, and
it's awful.
The fact that he got taken away by such a really nasty disease is so sad, and at such a quick rate too. Like, I did not even expect that to happen so quickly.
No.
Yeah,
I didn't either.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much else I can really say, but he's definitely left a mark in the industry for sure as well.
Yeah. I mean, there were a lot of wonderful tributes for him this week as well, which was really lovely to see. Of course, all of his Grey's Anatomy co-stars came out. Patrick Dempsey said some lovely things about him in particular, and yeah, it's really sad. Mike, did you engage with the works of the late Eric Dane? What are your thoughts on his passing?
Yeah, unfortunately not. The sort of genre that he bequeathed in is something that I haven't really touched on. But yeah, my wife actually told me when it happened, because yeah, she's also a Burlesque fan. She liked that movie, and yeah, I think she was into Charmed. I can't remember, but I think it's like one of those ones. Yeah, Grey's Anatomy, what I wasn't really into. I was more of a House person.
Fair enough.
Like, Grey's Anatomy is
same.
Yeah, Grey's Anatomy is great, but it's more melodrama than like
it's a
medical
soap
procedural.
opera almost.
Yeah. Like for instance, in The Pit, people were speculating that in one of the cases with the terminally ill wife and her husband.
Mm.
People were speculating that, is the husband trying to kill his wife so they can get with the death lady, and that's sort of like the guarantor. It's like, no, that's a Grey's Anatomy thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is more based in like real life. So apparently he did his own voice in Family Guy. So props to him. So obviously, probably the only thing was probably X-Men. So being the multiple man. But which one was he? Was he all of them, or was he one? But I can't really add too much. So sorry, but yeah,
Okay.
he definitely had his fans and the sort of genre. Like I don't think I'll ever watch Euphoria.
That's fair. It's brutal.
Not
It's
my
a brutal
demographic.
It's a brutal show. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
All good.
All good. Alrighty. Thank you both for sharing what you could there on the passing of these two legends. I appreciate it very much. But now we're going to head into better news to get excited about, because we've got some Marvel news. Marvelous to kick things off here, because this week we found out just exactly when Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to be set. So a synopsis was revealed on it's sort of like attached to the art book of the film, which is available for pre-order already on Penguin Random House's website. So there's this whole synopsis that you can read, and basically I will read it as thus. It says, 4 years have gone by. 4 years since we last caught up with our friendly neighborhood hero. Peter Parker is no more, but Spider-Man is at the top of his game, keeping New York City safe. Things are going well for our anonymous hero until an unusual trail of crimes pulls him into a web of mystery, larger than he's ever faced before. In order to take on what's ahead, Spider-Man not only needs to be at the top of his physical and mental game, but he must also be prepared to face the repercussions of his past. And then it goes on to talk about what the book is about and what it's going to do. So,
okay.
The book is coming out. The art book will be out on the 4th of August, which is obviously just after the film comes out in July. But yeah, 4 years. So last time we saw Peter was, after the events of No Way Home, which came out in 2019, didn't it? Or am I remembering that right? Spider-Man No Way Home. 2021, not 2019. It was 2021. Apologies.
A little over 4 years.
Yeah, so it'll be 5 years since then. So I guess it makes sense for them to have a time jump between films, which means Michelle is going to be either at the end of university or she's done university. Same with Ned. Maybe he's either in or out of school already. And Peter, who knows? I mean, Peter may even be working for the Bugle by this point if they're gonna go down that route of his backstory. But it doesn't really give us too much, but obviously it does mention that something from the past is gonna come into play. And I mean, my guess has just been that something like the spell might get undone in some kind of way, or like maybe Michelle and Ned will know, like they'll remember Peter Parker somehow. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. It's a bit of a up in the air situation, but no, the description is very ominous and curious and exciting, and I can't wait to get into this. Only a few months from now. Fulya, what do you make of this? Does this intrigue or excite you at all?
Well, the fact that it's coming out on my birthday definitely
Yeah,
actually
birthday
does
present.
intrigue me. So happy birthday to me. And I like that they're doing a jump in time, just to sort of so that we're not still back there. We've given him time to process the situation he was in, and now he's had to move on. And so, with that, means that he can be the Spider-Man that he was essentially born to be. He needs to be the Spider-Man. Um, yeah, look, I am looking forward to checking this out. This will be an interesting entry into the Spider-Man verse, and just to see what he's doing, what he's up to. Has he matured? Which is another thing too. Um, so yeah, it'll be interesting. Not to mention the fact I kind of want to see whether they do. I have a feeling they might do some flashbacks here and there for the the that 4 year within that 4 year period of what has happened, or maybe they'll just do a flashback to what happened when it all went down in in No Way Home. Um, so yeah, it's going to be, yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how it all pans out. So I am looking forward to it.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Mike, what about you? Does this interest you now that we know like a tiny snippet of what's going to be happening?
Yeah, I believe so. It's good that it's established that we've seen Peter through high school, and now he's probably like well beyond college. It's American college years, so more well established Spider-Man, and where he is. So therefore, there may be just some of his rogues gallery is more established. I mean, we could get like instead of like a doc, we could be getting like the later half of his version of Doc Ock or anything like that. So that would be an interesting thing. So yeah. Yeah, I kind of like the fact that they jumped ahead. So, but would that mean that will be the end of his story? But they did say they're going to do another trilogy of Spider-Man. So, right. And who knows what's going to happen with Sony and all that. So, interesting.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I can't really add too much because I'm trying to keep myself like well in the dark because I don't want to know too much, and I'll only be watching one trailer.
Will you though?
Unfortunately not. Not for this podcast.
With love. All right. Let's move on to our next item. That's kind of cool and also Marvel related. Because we are, and Sony Marvel even related. Nice sort of segue there. Yeah, we're getting a Venom animated movie from the directors of Final Destination Bloodlines, which is interesting. Those two dudes are Zach Lipovsky and Adam B. Stein. They haven't done a lot of stuff outside of Final Destination, it seems. They did the live-action Kim Possible movie, and some other stuff that I haven't really heard of. But no, Final Destination Bloodlines was a big hit last year, so it makes sense for them to be given another like semi-big project. Tom Hardy is attached to this. We don't know in what form, if that means writer, producer, or if he's going to voice Eddie. We don't know if it's going to connect to the Venom trilogy, if it's going to be a spin-off or a sequel or whatever it is. They haven't really said too much. They've basically just announced that this is happening. I think this makes a lot of sense to do because, you know, a lot of people were a bit lukewarm, I guess, on the Venom trilogy. I will say I'm one of those people. I loved the first movie, and then number two was a bit, and then number three was, it's fine. I mean, I watched them for Tom Hardy and his performance as Eddie and Venom. Like that was where that's why those movies kept getting made. It was because
And also the connection to the rest of the Spider-Verse.
yeah.
Dangling is like, oh, could be, couldn't be, could be,
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
know. Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Are we bringing him into the MCU? Oh no, we're not actually. We're just gonna keep
We have
him
the lizard.
We're just yeah.
He's got 2 arms, or is he the same person? We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah, it gets all very tricky.
Stupid.
And stupid is a good
It gets all
word
stupid.
for it. It gets stupid. Oh, that makes me remember now that I read something too that people are based on speculation and things people have seen behind the scenes on Brand New Day. Apparently, it might be a backdoor Sinister Six movie, and that just sounds like I need to just press clown emoji over and over again. Just clown emojis, because no, why? It's Sinister Six is never happening. It's Sony can try and tease it all they want.
They
It's
said
never
the same
happening.
thing. They said the
Yeah.
same thing with Mephisto, and look
Yeah,
what happened.
yeah. I mean, okay, all right, fair. We did get Mephisto eventually
in a TV
like,
show that no one watched.
in a
Because they
TV show
tried to
that not
hide
many
it.
people watched. Yeah, but we watched it, and I liked it. So, but anyway. Anyway, but yes, no, I think, look, yeah, just to sum up, I think this is a great idea for an animated film. The stuff you could do with Venom in an animated setting, especially if they use similar animation style to Spider-Verse, for example, like that would look really, really cool. But yeah, it would be good if they could bring Spider-Man into this somehow. Like, because, you know, I have a good friend of mine who, like, is obsessed with Spider-Man, and he refused to engage with the Venom movies because he's like, Venom can't be like Venom without Spider-Man. He has to attach himself to Spider-Man first, and then etc. etc. Because he bases his whole look off of Spider-Man. That's the whole point. And I was just like, just slow your roll, man. Just see what they do. And then he just didn't. He wasn't interested. He wouldn't. He's like, nah, it's not comic accurate. Sorry. I'm like, no.
He actually probably dodged a bullet there. So
yeah, I think he did. But look. That being said, yeah, it would be cool to see Spider-Man get involved, and if it is a sequel to The Last Dance, that would be nice, especially because they set up the spoilers for The Last Dance, but they set up the god of the symbiotes, Null, in the film, and they kind of wasted him. And if that's all we're getting, so hopefully they go into that stuff a bit more. Who knows? There's an endless possibility. We'll find out at some point in probably like 3 or 4 years when this movie comes out. Fulya, what do you make of this? Does this interest you, a Venom animated feature?
Oh, look, I'm all about the animated, movies.
Yes.
And if we're doing Venom, like you said, Kendall, like I'm pretty sure it'll definitely grab a lot more attention. There's a lot more creativity that can be had with an animated version of a Marvel villain. And so this could actually really work for them a lot more than what the live actions have. And for me, if they're going to go with the same sort of art style as what Into the Spider-Verse is, that'd be really cool. Very sort of comic book style. I love the look of Into the Spider-Verse anyway, so that world really worked for that particular animated movie franchise, and I feel like Venom would work really well like that too. But if they're going to go in a different art style kind of route, then I'd like to see where that leads. But yeah, look, honestly, considering that I've only watched the first Venom film and I haven't engaged with the others, I think I might engage with the animated version more so. So I'd be interested in seeing this.
Excellent. I'm really glad to hear that. That's wonderful. Mike, what about you? What do you what do you think? Do you have any hope for this animated Venom film?
It is interesting. If it was a TV show, then the rights can be like a bit more flexible. But if it's a movie, then if you can like do more part of Spider-Man, having Spider-Man in it or whatever, I don't know. Like Venom is a draw card for some people, but unfortunately, yeah, like your friend, it's like if he doesn't have the white spider on his chest, why bother? It doesn't really make sense, and I kind of get that. And they're trying to do more of what the symbiotes were, and they introduced Null. Maybe, yeah, go down that route. I'm skeptical, but I'm not going to poo-poo it just yet. I need more information. But it will be interesting what they do and how it's connected to anything, or if it's not connected to anything. Oh well. When is it coming out, Kendall?
We will find out. There's no release date yet. We have no release date, but that's okay. We have a release date for the next thing we're going to talk about.
Oh, what's that, Kendall?
The last
Segue.
Segue. Well, that would be, we're going to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 4 for a second, because they are making a fourth film.
Yes.
And some cool cast. I know, it baffles me fully. It baffles.
Hey,
no,
me and my kids like it.
Yeah, they're actually okay movies. It's fine. Very cool casting news this week. Kristen Bell is going to be lending her voice to the iconic character known as Amy Rose. And I should have watched Sonic 3 because I've had this spoiled for me, because she comes into the movie in the mid-credits scene.
Maybe.
Maybe. But obviously not voiced by Kristen then. I don't know if there's a voice or anything attached, but she gets teased in the credits, post-credit scene of Sonic 3. And now Sonic 4 is coming out in 2027. That's next year. March 19, Sonic 4 will be in the theaters. And they're also doing a spin-off film that's coming out the year after, and they don't know what that's going to be about yet, but apparently it'll be centered around Shadow, which is cool. But Amy Rose is not a character that I'm familiar with. I mean, I'm very, very basic when it comes to Sonic lore. I don't really know too much. So I've just read up a little bit. But Amy Rose is sort of a love interest for Sonic. She, in the games, I was just reading on the wiki that she kind of develops a crush on him like immediately, and goes around telling everyone that she's Sonic's girlfriend. So she's obsessed with him. She also wields this hammer, and it's, what is it called? I just had it. The Pico Pico hammer, which she is apparently really good at using, and that's like her number one sort of skill set. She uses this cool hammer. But yeah, Kristen Bell, perfect casting choice. I mean, obviously she's a proficient voice actress from her work in the Frozen movies, for example. But she's also just very funny and very witty, and her comedic timing is excellent. And these movies definitely tend to live in the family-friendly comedy zone. I mean, Ben Schwartz is incredible as Sonic, and then you had Idris Elba as Knuckles, and Keanu Reeves played Shadow in number 3, which is why I need to watch it. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Amy Rose is going to bring to the story and what that's going to mean when we get to see that next year. Fulya, do you have any thoughts on Kristen Bell joining the Sonic cinematic universe?
Well, it's pretty cool that she's going to be voicing Amy Rose, our pink hedgehog of the franchise. And yeah, I mean, I feel like her voice would definitely suit the role, so makes sense. I guess it means I'm going to have to go back and watch the movies. Damn it, I've only seen the first one.
That's fair. I think the first one's still the best one for my money, but number 2, I like I didn't hate number 2. Like Idris Elba was surprisingly good as Knuckles, I think. So
The thing is, though, like I've not really played a lot of Sonic games to be so invested in wanting to watch the films. I guess that when I watched the first one, I didn't watch it on release. It was more of a, if it came to a streaming service, I would watch it, and I did at the time. And I enjoyed it for what it was, so it was actually kind of fun to watch. But the fact that they're constantly bringing out these Sonic movies, I guess it's doing something right, that people want to see more of it. So, and now that they've also introduced, Knuckles and Shadow, it seems like, and then now that they're bringing in Amy Rose, it seems like they're going to be trying to bring in like as many of the characters as they can into the universe of the movies. Damn it. I guess I have to watch it. I rage quit the game last week when I played the first one on stream. So I don't know whether I want to go through that PTSD trauma again.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
But I will say, when I did watch the first film, Jim Carrey did an absolutely awesome job as Dr. Robotnik.
Ah, perfect.
And
yeah,
I feel like that's probably where the fun is really had. So maybe I should just watch it for him.
I think you should too, because he's freaking excellent. So yeah.
And I love Jim Carrey. He's amazing. He's such a great actor.
Yes,
and he does comedy very well.
Yes, he really, really does. Awesome. Okay, thank you for sharing your thoughts on this news. Mike, let's finish the news with you. What do you think about Kristen Bell as Amy Rose in Sonic 4?
I don't mind it. I don't know anything about like Sonic lore or anything. I never played the games, but I do enjoy these films. And they do get better. Dare I say. Like, the first one is just to set up the story, and Jim Carrey's great in that, but he is phenomenal in 2 and 3. So I think, definitely me and the kids are going to be watching this. They haven't played the games either. They just know of them. So that's going to be great. I think, not to spoil it on anything, but there are 3 movies already and a series. You can probably skip the series because that's just a Knuckles.
The Knuckles one, yeah.
It was fine, I guess, but if you want to like, if you want to skip it, skip it. It's not really that essential, really. But yeah, but Keanu Reeves as Shadow is definitely something to behold. It's kind of great how they go, because I don't know the lore, but the lore is pretty extensive, and I think the fact that they do this thing that I love, where they set you up for the first one, and then they just, you know what, people enjoy this, and we'll see how far we can go, see how stupid we can take this, because we've all seen original Sonic face, and they do make fun of that in Chip and Dale.
I was gonna say, thanks, Chip and Dale.
Yeah, and thanks Tim Robbins doing the voice of Ugly Sonic.
Brilliant.
Because they try to say, it needs to be grounded in reality. No, you don't. Just go stupid with it, and that's what these movies are going for. And you can definitely see that with Jim Carrey's performance as well, because he starts off as Dr. Robotnik, hair and everything, and then he just goes mad with it, and I love that. And The third one is great because he plays 2 roles in that movie. So yeah, I reckon just watch them because they're great. Definitely popcorn fun.
Nice.
So this is coming out next year.
Yes, this will be out March next year. You can check out Sonic the Hedgehog 4 on March 19 to be exact. So it's almost it's like 13 months away. So mark your calendars. All right. Speaking of marking calendars, it's time to rolling up to the trailer park.
Time to rolling up to the trailer park.
Rolling up to the trailer park where we all park all the trailers. He had.
All right, it's trailer park time, and I'm really happy because I feel like I manifested this because the other week I was like, you know what, I want a proper trailer. I want a proper look at this movie. I want a glimpse of the story.
And you got it.
And then Disney delivered. I give them my blood and the right to my firstborn if I ever have one.
See?
And I get a trailer
when you
for
wish upon
Super Bowl. I feel like that teaser trailer at the Super Bowl was probably a teaser for us to be ready for a full trailer.
Yeah, probably. Just to like, hey guys, remember this movie's coming, and and maybe they wanted to test the waters to see like what the engagement would be like, and then decide to drop a trailer the week after instead of closer to, maybe. Who knows?
Do you remember this coming out?
Or maybe they just couldn't spend, they didn't want to spend all the money at the Super Bowl for a full trailer, so they just did a 30-second spot.
That makes sense. Money talks.
Yeah.
But yes, of course, we're talking about The Mandalorian and Grogu. It's the first big trailer we've gotten for this. Like, obviously, there's been teasers, as we just said, in the past, but now this is like the big trailer that kind of gives us a better idea of what we're going to get in this. And to be honest, I was almost getting emotional by the end of this because I was just like, oh my god, we're back. We're back with our 2 favorite guys in Star Wars, and yay! It's just, my heart was so full watching this trailer. It was beautiful, and and so it kind of just really seems that whatever quiet life they'd made for themselves at the end of the show is now kind of evolved into, oh, we're gonna just go back to doing bounty hunting and working for certain people. And then I guess Sigourney Weaver seems to potentially be someone that was in the rebellion that is trusting Din Djarin to take up some work that might help keep things in order and prevent a first order. Mic drop, and I'm out. Anyway, but regardless, it looks really cool, and we got the best look at the Hutts yet in this, which was really exciting, and getting to see a jacked Hutt. I'm sorry, like, he's ripped. He's got
hello.
When's the fan fiction? It's coming.
It's coming. It's
coming. No, fucking guns on this thing and the abs and everything. I'm like, oh my god, what are we watching? That was insane. And I'm guessing that might have been Jeremy Allen White's Hutt that speaks potentially, because we do hear one talk.
Rota the Hutt.
Rota the Hutt. That is, that's his character. So yeah, I'm really curious to see what is going on with them and how they connect into Din and Grogu's story, and I'm so happy to see Grogu wearing his little clan of 2 armor. Oh my god, it's just
straps in.
The pop vinyl is going to be the best. Like, Jesus Christ. Resist temptation. But yeah, and then just the plethora of like aliens and creatures we're getting in this trailer too. Like, they've spared no expense on the CGI here, and I particularly was really taken by this giant white serpent thing that was just coiling and coiling and coiling, and like had this big maw just staring down at Din Djarin. And great to see as well, lots of Pedro Pascal without the helmet on. Thank you so much.
I was gonna say, I thought Mandalorians were not supposed to reveal their faces.
No. So what does that mean? What does it
Boo,
mean?
Wendy. Boo.
I hope it's for a meaningful reason that he's taken the helmet
Justified.
off. Or yeah, it's justified. If it's something like, you know, maybe the Hutts demand that he show his face during combat or during whatever trial he's going through. He's clearly going through some kind of like gladiator situation here. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it looks great. Grogu's the cutest. I'm back on board with this movie. I was heading into the doubt camp after the Super Bowl teaser, and now I'm back in, baby. So let's go. Let's fucking go. What about you, Fulya? What did you think of this big trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu?
I feel like I needed to do a reaction video because when I was watching this,
Same. Fucking
I
same. I was like, oh,
my jaw dropped when I saw a certain character in there that I recognized from a certain series that I have watched.
I forgot to mention. Please go ahead, take it away.
Oh my gosh, Zeb is in this freaking show, in this movie. Oh, I am so excited to see Zeb, and he's such an awesome character from Rebels.
That's cool. It's very cool.
I love him. He's very sarcastic. He goes in, always tries to go in guns blazing, and they have the original voice actor for Zeb actually reprising his role for the voice of Zeb in the live action. And I'm very, very happy about that. I'm also very curious to learn more about this Andrinian fry cook because that is being voiced by Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, wasn't that random?
So that was interesting. Cinema. So yeah, I'm also curious to learn more about this Imperial Warlord that we saw, you know, when he mentions "Long live the Empire," and it's like, this is the first time I'm seeing you, sir. Who are you? And yeah, it's like there's a lot happening in this film by the looks of things, but I am here for it. I cannot wait. I am very excited to watch this on the big screen. I am, as much as I hate going to the cinema these days, this is one I definitely need to go see on the big screen. But I am paying big money for this one so that I can see it in Lux or something. Because I'm not going to be sitting in standard and asking people to shut up. I want to watch this in peace with people who are actually interested. Or maybe I go to Melbourne Central. They have better people that go in there. They have all the nerds there, so it's fine. But yeah,
Bendigo.
The Bendigo.
No one's there.
But yeah, look, I am super excited. Looks like Grogu's got a lot more to do in this particular movie as well. We see a bit more action involved with him. You know, we get to see him swim. That's cute. And yeah, it's just more Mandalorian and Grogu, you know, fun times ahead, and I cannot wait. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, Mike, I'm curious for your thoughts on this trailer. What did you think? Does this make you more excited, or are you still just like, yep, I'm just gonna go watch it anyway, so whatever? What do you think?
Probably something like that. Like, I'm trying to get hyped.
Yeah, that's fair.
But all I see is member berries and slop.
Yeah, Star Wars and their member berries.
My first thought, this isn't Endor. This is not my Star Wars. Where's my Rogue One? Where's Cassian Endor? But he died. Anyway, I'm curious on seeing where this goes because it's a bit of a gamble at the moment because there hasn't been a Star Wars movie in how many years? Probably coming up 10?
It's been 6.5 years by the time this comes out since Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, since Rise of Skywalker. So hopefully it'll rejuvenate the franchise to be more cinematic, and what's more cinematic than Scorsese himself? Wow, it's kind of interesting him being there. Get him in a Marvel film. Now that'll be interesting. Yeah, Zeb was a good addition. So we've almost got a.
But you know what's interesting, Michael? Apparently, Zeb was also in the show.
Yes.
I just did not realize.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't there. Like you don't see him, you just hear him.
Yeah, he's not super prominent. I think he's just in like one, maybe two scenes, sort of in the background.
He was he was at the Flyers bar, the pilot bar.
Yeah.
Not prominent, and people looked at it as like, this looks pretty good because all used to the cartoon, and we can't really do a cartoon one for one. But yeah, it's kind of cool that they can get the original voice for it. Interconnectivity is so good. So hopefully this will start the Mandoverse interconnecting with Ahsoka's side and
Rebels. Yeah.
So I think this is probably just going to be just a simple story with them, and probably introducing in the background the First Order, maybe. I don't know. But I'm a bit like the Marvel thing. It's like, well, I'm here now, may as well keep up to date, I guess. But who knows? But when is this coming out?
Yes, when is this coming out? Well, it's getting closer. It's 3 months away now. Mandalorian and Grogu will be in cinemas on the 21st of May. Yay!
21st
Star Wars
May.
month.
It's Star Wars month.
I'll be too busy watching One Piece.
Okay. Alright. Our next trailer. Keeping it Disney, another big Disney trailer dropped this week, and that is, of course, for Toy Story 5. The movie nobody asked for, we're getting anyway. Look, this is a good trailer, I'll have to admit, it's cool that they've just decided to go straight into a story trailer, like, off the bat. Like, we haven't really had much teaser or anything before this. Like, they announced what the story was going to be about, like, so I knew that the tablet was going to be the villain of the piece, that technology coming in was going to change everything, and that's where our story is. So it was cool to see it visualized on the screen, and it's cool to see that, like, because I was like, how are we going to bring Woody and Bo Peep back into the story now that they've, spoilers for Toy Story 4, gone off into the wild to try and, save other toys from, being left behind and whatnot. Which I like that we got a glimpse of what they've been doing in the trailer. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I'm glad that they found a way to bring them back in, even though they really didn't need to. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. Disney just want their money, but yeah, anyway. It's just frustrating that they keep trying to end this franchise, and it just keeps getting resurrected every 5-10 years, But it's successful. It makes them money. This movie's gonna do $1 billion easy already.
That is the cycle. They do stuff like this. That's why we've got so many Cars movies.
Yeah.
they do stuff like this so they can pay for the other stuff that people don't go and see, but the original stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the last one, the last one was what I watched, the Elio, and I mean, people yell and scream, it's like, we want original content, and they put out original stuff, and no one goes sees it. So
Yeah, that's a sad part.
unfortunately,
Well,
they're going to continue doing the stuff that makes money, so they can.
yeah, I know, but the other side of it is I don't think Disney put any backing behind these original films either. Like,
No.
I think Elio got nominated for an Oscar for original like animated feature this year. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But the marketing campaign, I don't think was there behind it. Like, I was aware when the movie was out, but I don't remember seeing a lot of ads or anything. Did you, Mike? Did you see? Because obviously you've got kids. Like, did you see any targeted marketing towards your kids on something while they were on YouTube or anything like that for the movie when it came out?
A little bit, but
Okay.
but yeah, not too much. And I think they did see it in the cinema. I know that because they always put, because Disney, this is speculation, they don't really treat Pixar very well. They always go for like, yeah, everyone's going to see Zootopia 2 because it's been 10 years since the original, and they put all the marketing out for their own stuff. Anything outside of that, they tend to say, "Oh, do your own thing," basically. Until it's something like Toy Story 5 is like, "Yeah, we'll back that. That'll make money."
Yeah.
But who knows what's going to happen with the new CEO and
there's a new head honcho
into stuff,
coming in
politics,
this
blah.
year. Yeah, we'll see.
Appease
what that
the president.
does.
Bullshit.
appease the new boss. Yes. But anyway, the movie looks good. I probably won't go to the cinemas and watch it. I'll probably wait till it comes on Disney Plus to check it out. But yeah, it's nice to hear, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen return, John
Oh, is it
Cusack
Tom Hanks'
as
brother?
well. Or is it? Yeah. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Oh, the toy sounds like the character now. Oh, that's good.
And Tim Allen's there because he needs the money.
Yeah, I mean, yes, he does. I guess I don't know. Man, not enough money in TV land. Not really.
Or his stuff in general.
his stuff in general. Fulya, tell us your thoughts. You are the queen of animated features and TV shows, really, on this podcast. So how does this sit with you? What did you make of this trailer?
I don't know. The fact that they're bringing this to... Here's the thing, like, when this sort of started, I just thought, didn't they end 4 at a bloody carnival, and then they had the young girl take over the rest of the toys? But at the same time, I'm thinking, but how does Woody even return?
Somehow Woody returns.
Somehow he's back. But then, the fact that they need to bring out another Toy Story movie that caters to the current generation of kids who are in the era of iPads and tablets and technology. And so they're now needing to tell a story through the eyes of the toys where technology is concerned. We already know what happens. Like, I don't understand why you have to tell the story this way. This could have been something that maybe this should have been number 4, right? Not number 4 being what it was. But I still stand that number 3 was the end of the series. It should have just ended there. But Disney's gonna Disney, and they're gonna do the thing that's gonna get them the more bucks. And yeah. Look, I'm probably going to be like you, Kendall. I'll wait for it to come to Disney Plus and watch it there. I like Toy Story. Toy Story's great. I love the characters. They're fun. I love that at least they're giving the rest of the cast a chance to return and, do the voices for the characters again. With, John Ratzenberger, what's his name? Blake Clark, Annie Potts, Wallace Shawn. They're at least all coming back to do their character roles. And I appreciate that much.
Ones that are alive.
Yeah. But at the same time, I just think, oh my God, can you... It's almost like what's happening with Shrek. They just want to keep dragging it out, and same with Minions. But I feel like Minions and Toy Story is where the big money is for the kids, right? Because Shrek is more of a sort of maybe still for kids, but maybe the older kids more than the younger ones. That would probably resonate more with Toy Story. I don't know. But it looks like people are looking forward to it. I'll just wait till it comes to Disney Plus and I'll watch it there. It's fine.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Awesome. Mike, what do you think of Toy Story 5? Is this going to be a day out for the kids at the cinema, you think?
If it's the holidays and we're trying to find stuff to do, then yeah, I guess. Because, one of the things that I really want to instill in my kids is the cinema experience. And I want to keep that alive as much as I can because, the way things are going, people are more happy to stay at home and watch stuff on streaming. I get that. But sometimes I want to go out and spend a little bit of money and have an experience. And where we are, people do behave themselves. So I'm probably lucky on that front. Is this necessary? No. I've said my piece on why they're doing this. The story is a bit strange for me because, I see it that kids are more happy to have screen time instead of playing with actual toys. That's really up to the parent, and that's where I say, well, I can blame the parent for doing that, but I don't blame them. Of sometimes you do want some peace, and just giving them something for half an hour, great. So I think this movie is more for the adult than the kid. But my cynical side of me is saying, well, we need to get these kids off the iPads so they can play with toys. That means they need to buy the merch. And so, yeah. And bringing back stuff and let things die, they're not going to. If you think that way, then, tell them with your wallet. Don't go see it. That's the main thing. I mean, we did that for Fast and Furious, and they're not going to finish that story because not many people actually went to see the last one. So there you go. So when's this coming out, I guess?
Toy Story 5 will be in cinemas on the 18th of June. Yes.
That is about school holiday time. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, end of June.
Yeah. So you'll definitely be able to go out with the kids.
But I don't want to.
I'm sure there'll be counter programming for you to watch.
Yeah, it's like the week before school holidays.
Okay, so it'll be in full swing come school holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there'll be a bump in the second week.
A bump.
The bump in the second week.
The bump in the second week. All right, that's
things that go bump in the night.
Almost.
Segue.
But we've got things that go bump in the night. But we've got one more trailer to discuss. And this. Look, I don't know if I want to say this is my favorite trailer out of the three, but it's bloody close because we're gonna now talk. Well, everyone except Fulya is gonna talk about Lee Cronen's The Mummy, and goddamn, strap me in and let's do this. I'm
Wrap
really
you up even?
wrap me up in bandages. I'm ready to go.
In toilet paper.
In toilet paper, even. Yes. No, this looks fantastic. This is right up my alley. I'm really excited for this. I didn't know too much about this before this trailer. I knew this movie was coming out. I just assumed it was going to be another attempt to try and do some sort of Universal Monsters thing, but it's really not. It's so Lee Cronin is the writer and director. Before this, he gave us Evil Dead Rise, which Mike and I both agree was really good. If this trailer is anything like the movie, then I think he'll be 2 for 2 in our books. But it's kind of an original story. Like, it's his interpretation. That's why it's called Lee Cronin's The Mummy, because it's like his take on like Egyptian lore and mummy culture lore and all of that, those mystical practices, ancient practices and stuff, and then making it modern, making it horror, and like almost like a possession thing. It's like kind of like The Exorcist and the Mummy kind of smashed together in some kind of way, which is really interesting. And then I read an article with him where he was interviewed and said that basically the movie is kind of one part Poltergeist and one part Seven, which I found really curious. And he was kind of explaining that the Poltergeist part comes from, because obviously at the center of the story there's a family. One of their daughters has gone missing, apparently for 8 years, according to the film synopsis. She's been gone for 8 years in the Egyptian desert. And now she's been found, and she's not the same. The tagline for the movie is "What happened to Katie?" Well, we'll find out. So you've got this family dynamic that he seems to have gotten poltergeist vibes from, in terms of the family dealing with this trauma and this supernatural event. But then you also have the mystery thriller sort of elements coming from Seven, in terms of them trying to figure out what happened, what actually happened to her, what's wrong with her, how do we fix it, can we fix it, and are we all fucked? So yeah, this movie could go either way in terms of a happy ending or a unfortunate ending, and that's what I like about horror, is that you never know what you're gonna get by the end, unless it's telegraphed from the beginning. Sometimes they do that, but no, this looks great. The visuals are excellent. It definitely was creeping me out, like just the long fingernails and the peeling like bandages and skin, and Fulya is loving this. It just looks great, and it's just terrifying. Like, there's some incredible visuals here, and the way this trailer is edited together, like in terms of trailer presentation, this is the best for me, because the way it's put together and edited, and the way they use sound as well as the visuals, it's just, yeah, it's just great. And shout out to any Moon Knight fans in the room, because I know there are Moon Knight fans present. May Kalamaui is going to be in this. If we remember her from Moon Knight, we haven't seen her since, really. So I'm excited.
So this could be a sequel. So you're gonna have to watch it, Fulya.
No.
And then the other cool thing about this, before I throw it to Mike, is it's produced by James Wan as well. So Aussies represented.
Australian.
Yes, Melbourne boy. So yeah, Blumhouse is producing too. So yeah,
Blumhouse.
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
The moment Blumhouse appeared in that trailer, I'm like, this is a horror film. I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah. I love that when you can see a production company and you go, I know exactly.
Oh, no.
Immediately. Yep.
Yeah, brilliant. I love that. That's fucking name branding at work. That's brilliant. But yeah, I can't wait. I'll probably go to the cinemas and watch this, to be honest. I think it'll be a great cinema experience. So good. Anyway, Mike, tell me your thoughts on Lee Cronin's The Mummy. What did you think of this trailer?
I do like Lee Cronin because of the Evil Dead Rise, because I'm a big Evil Dead fan, and this definitely and that definitely did rejuvenate the franchise for that. And now there's going to be another one, and there's going to be I think there's going to be a series out there.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So yay, more of that, and more Bruce Campbell.
Yes.
Maybe. I wasn't expecting this. It's sort of like a suburban mummy story instead of it being the mummy story in general. It's more close knit, and it does have the visuals of being gross, and I love that. Yeah. I do see Poltergeist, but one of the biggest things that I saw was Pet Cemetery, sort of similar,
Okay.
with a child coming back to life, but not what they were originally, being possessed, and sometimes death is better, and. Yeah, and I definitely got that sort of vibes. But I do, with the mummy sort of side of it, I mean, I do like a little bit of Egyptology. But this is more made up. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of mummy stuff like in the pipeline. Like there was like previously there was like a crap ton of like vampire stuff, and now they're doing mummy stuff, and also a lot of Frankenstein stuff. Like I'm excited for that Bride movie to come out, and where that was. Sorry, things going weird. Yeah, I'm just. I'll be for this for the cinema just to see it on the big screen, and I can't wait for that. So when's this coming out?
Yes, well, Lee Cronin's The Mummy is coming out sooner rather than later than Fulya would like. It'll be in cinemas on the 16th of April. So just under 2 months away.
I don't like seeing little girls being creepy. Play with us, Danny.
Play with us, Danny. Yes. All right. Enough of that. We're done. We're rolling out, and that means it's time.
Ooh, yes.
For the moment, for the segment, the section, the part, the place, the thing in the show we like to call
Popcorn culture.
Yes, that anticipation.
And
sticking around.
Patient.
Speaking of anticipation,
yes, we're back for another week with a similar topic to last week, except this time we're doing our top 3 most anticipated TV shows for 2026. Yes, this is going to be great. I really had a lot of fun with the movie lists last week. I think we all did. It was a great discussion. And so I was like, let's do TV shows. Let's talk about TV. Because there's a lot of good shit coming this year in TV as well. So we will dive in and go around with we did honorable mentions first last week, didn't we? Yeah. And then we went into our 3, 2, 1. Okay, so honorable mentions from me. I have same as last week. I have 4. I have a whole list. I did a short list and then I narrowed down. It's life's really hard. Yeah. So there's a lot more on here that I could mention, but obviously, we're not going to be here for 5 years. But first, honorable mention. I will mention. I will mention. Yes. At the top of the show, setting the tone correctly. One Piece season 2. This is my first honorable mention.
What?
I'm.
It's not higher.
It's not high.
I was gonna
What the
say,
hell?
so how is not that part of your top
It's
three?
not.
Well, when you see the other stuff I mentioned, then you'll understand why for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
It is your list.
It is
No
my
judgment.
list. It's a very
I'll judge you
Kendall
later.
list. Yes, yep. Feel free to judge me. Yeah, One Piece season 2, of course. Like, we've been talking about it a lot on the podcast since we've been back in 2026, and it's coming out in like 3 weeks from now, I think. So, super hyped for that. Cannot wait. That's my first honorable mention. My next one, another TV show I've been looking forward to, is coming out also in a few weeks. Daredevil Born Again season 2 is here. Yeah, as I've said, I can't wait to see where the story continues. I can't wait to see more of these characters in this world, and like a complete season of this show uninterrupted by creative differences is going to be really good. Hopefully the writing is a bit more, clear cut. And yeah, and if it has any effect on me like the first season did, then hey, I'm here for a good time. So yeah, bring that on. And then where's my okay. My next honorable mention I will mention. I gotta stop saying that. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, New Sunnydale. This is the Buffy continuation series. Slash reboot, I suppose you could call it, but it's not a remake. It's not any of that. It's a sequel series, and Sarah Michelle Gellar is returning to reprise her role as Buffy Summers. And we've got a really talented young actress by the name of Ryan Kira Armstrong, who we have interacted with before on that Star Wars show. That name escapes me right now. The one with Jude Law in it and the young group of kids.
Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton
Yes.
Crew. Yes, she was the chick with the plait that was a bit bratty at the start, and then we came around on her by the end. So she's going to be playing the main character in this new show called Nova is her name, and we don't really know too much about this. It's obviously the colon of the show is New Sunnydale, because if you haven't seen Buffy, well, you've had time. No. But things change. Things change in terms of where Sunnydale is and what happens to Sunnydale at the end of that show. So appropriately, there is a new Sunnydale. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what that is. I'm excited to see a lot of characters coming back, hopefully. And the fact that it's been Chloe Zhao is involved in this show, which is super cool. But yeah, it's gonna be great. I can't wait. I hope they manage to bring back some of the original writers that worked on the original series, so they can keep that same, those same themes going, the same wit and darkness that show had that made it so great. So yeah, I'm really excited. The reason it's an honorable mention and not one of my 3 is just because I am a little hesitant on it, because we don't need it at all, because the original Buffy is perfect the way it is. But I'm curious, so it gets an honorable mention. And then my last honorable mention, I will quickly say, Vision Quest is my last honorable mention.
Forgot about that show.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't we all? Yeah, I had to do a deep dive to kind of find all the shows that I needed to mention. I read many articles that mention everything coming out this year, and I was like, oh, Vision Quest, of course. Yes, so this is the third, if you will, third and final installment in the WandaVision sort of trilogy. Agatha all along sort of being the part 2, and now we've got Vision's story coming in. And yeah, I'm really excited for this because, hopefully we'll get to see Elizabeth Olsen back as Wanda Maximoff as well. I'm not holding my breath there, but I doubt they could make a Vision Quest show without her, but who knows? We'll see. I'm excited just to see Paul Bettany play this character again, and what that journey looks like for him in terms of, I think it's going to center around the White Vision that was introduced in WandaVision, and yeah, what that's going to mean for him and for the MCU, like how is it going to connect to other things, and what characters are going to pop up, and yeah, and is it just going to be its own contained story kind of thing? But yeah, that's coming out this year. Not sure when, if it's coming out mid-year or coming out in the later half of the year, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So that's my honorable mentions. Fulia, take us through yours, please. I am excited to hear them.
I only have one honorable mention, to be honest. Well,
Amazing.
now two, thanks to Vision Quest. I am actually kind of interested in seeing where this goes, and I kind of miss seeing Vision on the screen, so it'll be really fun to see him back again and see him try to find his memories again. So that'll be really cool. But my only other honorable mention that I really have is Formula One Drive to Survive. I'm just really looking forward to seeing what happened in the 2025 season of Formula One. I'm not that like I am a fan because I used to work at the Formula One. I am a fan of the Formula One. I don't really keep up with it, to be honest. And I suppose for me, watching Drive to Survive is kind of like my highlight recap of the season. And that's how I get my news about the Formula One like a year later. So I'm okay with that. I do follow the Formula One socials on Instagram, and they'll have like things that have happened during race weekends pop up every so often on their Instagram. So I'll watch those reels here and there, and then I'll find out news about what's been happening through their Instagram page. But other than that, like I don't really engage with the Formula One as much, considering I no longer work there anymore. But I'm just really curious to see. There's been a lot of drama, a lot of change up in the teams, in the team principals, things that have happened with the drivers. Like there's a lot going on in the 2025 season. So I am really looking forward to just sitting down and learning about what happened in the last year. So yeah, that is my only honorable mention I have.
Excellent.
And it's coming out very soon, so.
It is. I think it's like, isn't it this
2
week?
weeks.
Oh, it's the week after.
It's either this week or next week.
Okay, it's soon, regardless.
Yeah.
Soon. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that too. That's going to be good. Alrighty. Mike, what are your honorable mentions?
Well, a couple that you've said. Daredevil, definitely. Yeah, forgot Vision Quest was a thing. But another one was Ted Lasso, the fourth season, where it's going to be not Wrexham. That's the other thing.
That's the other soccer
Richmond.
show. Richmond.
Where Richmond Women's League. So that's going anticipation for that. Lanterns is another one. If True Detective was a DC story.
Yep.
So I can't wait for that. And also a bit of fun, not for everyone, but Ted 2. Ted season 2.
The Ted series, yeah.
Yeah, the Seth MacFarlane teddy bear with a Boston accent. Set in the 80s? No.
Yeah.
Early 90s.
I think so. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So that's what else have I got? Another honorable mention, Star Wars Mole looks interesting.
Yep, looking forward to that too.
And I'll also add in, because me and the kids like to watch this, it's not a TV show per se, but it does stream on YouTube. The Amazing Digital Circus episode 8 is coming out.
Okay.
And we do enjoy that. It's a production company from Glitch, which is actually an Australian one, and they do a lot of indie animation sort of stuff. And yeah, so that'll be the penultimate episode. episode 9 is later this year, but we don't know when. So it's going to be the finish of that story. So yeah, I suppose that's it.
Cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much. Some great picks there. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty with our number 3 pick for what we're most excited for this year. My number 3 is The Boys' 5th and final season. I'm nervous as all hell to watch this because they are teasing major character deaths, and how could they not? Because our titular boys have gotten out relatively unscathed throughout the entire show, and the way things were left at the end of season 4 was pretty harrowing. They're all kind of divided, and the allies they thought they had no longer exist, and Vought just gonna Vought, and Homelander's gonna Homelander, and at the end of the day, can it be stopped? Can they be stopped? Who knows? So it's gonna be really intense, and there's probably gonna be a lot of tears, I think. But I'm really excited to see how this story is gonna come to its end. Who's gonna make it out alive? And then, of course, the other caveat is, of course, the on-screen reunion of Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki. Oh my god. J2 returns to the screen. That is also a nice little cherry on top for this. Getting to see more Soulja Boy ahead of his spin-off show that's coming. I think that's coming this year as well. It might be next year. I'm not sure. I don't know if they want to do the Final Boys and the Soulja Boy show in the same year or not. We'll see. They usually, same with like Gen V, it's like on off. So I don't know if they'll do that, but I'm excited for his show too. But yeah, I'm excited to see how Soulja Boy plays into the story this season, and what Jared Padalecki's character's doing, because we saw him in the trailer, a quick little glimpse of him in the trailer, but we don't know who he is, what his deal is. Does he have powers? Does he work for Vought? Is he one of the boys? Like, we don't know. We have no idea.
Is he going to make out with Soulja Boy?
Is he going to make out with Soulja Boy? God, could you imagine? The internet will implode. It will actually implode.
Well, a certain section of the internet.
Yeah, Tumblr will crash, and Tumblr will disintegrate into the ether. Yeah,
but apparently, I don't watch Supernatural, but the guy plays God or something? No.
Yeah,
there's another guy.
Yeah, well, last season they had Fulya, help me out here. Who plays God and who played Chuck? What's his name again? The actor who played Chuck in Supernatural. Why
I know the face. I can't remember the name.
I remember the face of God
in Supernatural.
Yes.
Rob Benedict.
There we go.
Yeah. So Rob Benedict had a cameo in one episode of The Boys season 4 where he played the guy who can clone himself and do things with himself that most people can't do. That was wild. Intentionally, yes. But that was really funny. but no, I look forward to seeing more Supernatural. Like, hopefully they can throw in some Supernatural cast members in that haven't been in it yet. Richard Speight Jr. would be nice if we could get him involved. And we also had Jeffrey Dean Morgan last season too, but I don't think he'll be returning based on the role his character played. I can't see him coming back for the last season, but who knows? Maybe he will. It's going to be intense. It's going to be brutal, but I really hope they stick the landing. This show has been an incredible ride from start to finish, and I'm really pumped for the last season of The Boys. It's starting very soon too. I think it's in April, so it's almost here. All right, Fulya, please take us through your honorable mention. Blah, 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 blah. Strike
number
that,
3.
reverse it. Number 3. What is your number 3? What is your third pick you're looking forward to this year? You're muted.
Can't hear you.
My number 3 is for an animated series that we've been waiting to return for a little while now.
Ooh.
And it is
Invincible?
Marvel.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
And it's X-Men 97 season 2.
Nice. Good choice.
Oh, I am so ready for this. It's been a couple of years already. I need to know what's going on. The way that season 1 ended, kind of just very heartbreaking and just
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
words.
No worries.
Very emotional. So I am really looking forward to where they take season 2 with this show. I love this animation style. It is gorgeous to see come to life, and these characters are played so well by their respective voice actors. I really love it. The writing's done very well and I'm very excited for the continuation of this series. It's definitely a show I didn't think I would get into now, considering how old the original was. But after watching season 1 of this, and I mentioned this at the time, I went back and watched the original series as well, into the after the fact, and I loved every moment of it. So, really, really pumped for season 2 of X-Men 97. That is my number 3 right now.
Hell yeah, Fulya. What a good shout. What a good shout. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome. Mike, what is your number 3 pick?
I'm gonna cheat a bit and put 2 at the same time, but you understand
Okay.
why.
Okay.
But one is The Boys, definitely.
yeah.
Number 3 is
Yep.
is The Boys, but I couldn't decide which or the other. Invincible.
Ooh, yeah. I mean,
They're sort of on par because same production company, but sort of, but I don't know. I can't because Boys has probably got the upper hand because it's the season finale. Series finale, series, and Invincible is it's just great fun. It's like a different take on comic book stuff, but slightly tweaked. And then Fulya blew me out of the loop. That made me remind me of X-Men 97, which should be X-Men 98, surely.
yeah,
'Cause it's
Right?
next season.
true.
Yeah. Is Invincible coming back? I was tempted to spoil myself, like reading the comics so I could be ahead and see where things go, but I decided not to and watch One Piece instead.
I think that's your thing for everything these days, isn't it? I'm just gonna watch One Piece instead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch One Piece. Yeah, I'm in the middle of a
Good.
jailbreak. Spoilers for stuff ahead, but I'm not going to say who, or
Ooh.
what, or
Or
when,
what?
or which gear I'm up
Why?
to. I'm still up to 3. Third gear where he turns into a baby. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think they're going to get up to that for the live action. I'm just speculating there. Yeah, that's my number 3. Yes.
Excellent. Very good. Very good.
Number
choice.
3 is a 2-parter.
Yeah, it's a 2-parter. Hey, it's a great 2-parter. It's a great 2-parter. Invincible season. Are we in season 3 or 4 for Invincible now?
Season 4 is coming up.
Okay, this is season 4 coming. Okay, good. Yes, that's right. Season 3 was Season 2 was the one with the ridiculous time off, and then season 3 was bam, bam, bam. Great. Yes, that's right. Okay, my number 2. Just gonna, keep the theme going because my number 2 is X-Men 97 season 2.
Yeah.
When I was going through the lists of what's coming up, and then I saw that, I fucking lost my shit. I'm like, oh my god. In the year of our Lord, 2026, we're gonna get to see season 2 of this incredible show. I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna rewatch season 1, to be honest. I've already seen it twice, but I need to watch it again because it's just incredible. It's been a while. Want to remember everything because I had forgotten a couple of details from the end, and I've just read up about. I'm like, oh, that's what happened, and that's what happened. But because Fulya, you put the nail on the head. It was a pretty devastating and intense ending to the first season, with them scattered across time and running into apocalypse and a young Cable as well.
A young Cable and a young Apocalypse.
Yeah, and then and then you got people like Forge and Bishop that are just like, oh cool, nobody's here anymore. And then Wolverine is in Struggle Street on Death's Door without any adamantium, thanks to Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so it's just it's intense. It's gonna be intense. But like none of us, and I think you said it, Fulya, like none of us expected the first season to be what it was. We weren't prepared. We had no idea how great, and it's honestly still just it's been like 2 years, but it's still like probably the best animated show I've ever seen. Like that and like Last Airbender are like top tier, right?
I watched it on a whim because I enjoyed it as a kid, and then I had to tell you guys, it's like, stop what you're doing and watch it.
Watch this.
Yes.
Thank you, Mike.
So glad you did.
Yeah, brilliant call. It's like, and we said it at the time too. I remember we reviewed it on the podcast. We talked about like this is the sequel, how you do sequel series after a long time. Like same with Cobra Kai. Like you realize and recognize your audience has grown up, and therefore you need to up the ante with the content and the storytelling, and they fucking crushed it. And the only thing that gives me pause is the fact that, as we know, Bo DeMaio is not returning as showrunner and head writer for the second season. But that's not to say that it's not going to be a great time again with the X-Men. I think we're still going to be fine. I think we're going to be okay. I'm just really excited for what their plans are, what they're gonna do. Like those cliffhangers were epic, and I still think about Gambit all the time.
It's all right.
Remember it.
It's all right. He's coming back. He's coming back.
The best episodes in television history is fucking incredible. All right. That's enough of me. I'll start crying and flailing about how amazing the show is. That's my number 2, X-Men 97 season 2. Fulya, what's your number 2? Take us away.
My number 2. Now, this is funny because looking at my list, or my top 3, these are all season 2s of these shows.
Right.
So, on theme. So, my number 2, season 2 of a certain Netflix live action show, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Ooh.
I'm really looking forward to seeing this. Again, couple of years since the first season was released. Blown away by how they put this show together and made it look really good on screen in live action. The characters, the actors playing those characters are doing a very good job. The writing's, doing very well for it. And I'm just so excited to see the next phase to this. Toph. I am pumped to see Toph.
Let's go. It's going to be great.
She is going to be awesome. Our little blind earthbender. And I'm just, I don't know. She's awesome. Like, she's so cool. And yeah, just seeing the gang come back together again, go on their adventures, and just continue on. I'm just really looking forward to that. But it's just, I guess it's very sort of, considering that I've seen the animated series and I loved it so much, and now that I'm getting to see it live action, it's just this feeling of, I'll say nostalgia, even though I didn't watch it when it was being released. For me, it was nostalgia of when I watched the actual animated series. So it's just really nice to see it come together in a compact form. So I'm very excited for Avatar: The Last Airbender. I cannot wait. They haven't given us a hard release date yet, but they are mentioning the fact that it will be returning this year. So I'm hoping it'll be soon.
Please.
Please. Thank you. But yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender season 2.
Nice. Great
Ready
pick.
for it.
Great pick. Yes. Me too. That's excellent choice. Mike, what is your number 2 most anticipated TV show?
The Pit.
The Pit season 2, yeah.
The Pit season 2, yeah.
The ending of The Pit season 2, yeah.
None of the Seven Kingdoms. Everything that's happening right now.
Yeah, literally.
Pretty much. Well, I'm gonna have to cheat again, but 2.
Right.
2 for 2.
More than 2, not more than 3.
We should have
2
a
for
top
2.
5.
I know, right?
2 for 2. But you understand why? Because they're both from Marvel. Daredevil and Spider Noir.
Great.
Yeah, like you say it yourself, Kendall, with Daredevil. Can't wait to get back into it. Hopefully, it's more consistent than the previous, because stuff happens. What happens with the continued story, as well as now they're sort of getting close contact with other stuff. Like, I want to see more. I want to hear and see more connection with maybe Spider-Man: Brand New Day, because that'll probably lead to it. But I'm not really holding my breath, because they tend not to. But I can't. I just really like what they did last time, and seeing where this story goes. And and with Spider Noir, blew me out of the water, that trailer. And just the added bonuses, you can choose what you want to watch, the black and white or the color. I'm black and white guy, and maybe down the track I'll watch the color, just for curiosity. It's like, I know that color. Or they probably do what they do in Addams Family, where if you've seen Addams Family, the show during the 60s, where everything on set, you can't really have a dark place. You can't, considering it's all filmed in black and white. Everything was pink and pale colors, so you can actually see it in black and white. So, cheating, but I don't care. I kind of like it. It's
I respect it.
And all set in New York. There you go. In different times. One set in the future, one set in the past. Because remember, Marvel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is 5 years ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
So does that mean Brand New Day is 4 years after, but that's not counted. So, ooh. Then that means Brand New Day is set in 2030. How about that?
Yeah. We can lock that in.
All right, Kendall.
Okay.
Number 1.
My number one. I'm so excited. My number one. Yeah, look, and if you know me, you're not going to be surprised at all to hear that my number one pick, most anticipated TV show of 2026, is, of course, Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, Season 3. It's coming back.
Oh, they're continuing that, are they?
Yeah.
And now I understand why One Piece isn't in top 3.
Yes. Sorry, One Piece. Rings of Power is coming back, baby. Look, I will preface my ramble with the fact that Amazon haven't officially confirmed it is coming out this year. There are rumors online that it will be out before the end of the year. I just literally had this person I'm in a Discord with, who's like sort of an influencer in the Tolkien content creating sphere. She got some insight to say that November is the early release window for it, but who knows? They only wrapped filming for season 3 in December, so we'll cross my fingers. But this show seems to come out every 2 years because they film and then it takes ages to do post-production because there's a lot of special effects involved. But this is my favorite TV show at the moment, of course. I'm obsessed. I love it. It's brilliant. It's rekindled my love for all things Tolkien and made me go deeper into that world than I ever have. And it's just incredible storytelling, and I wish more people appreciated it. But hey, we all have our things.
Don't tell me what to do.
You watch it. Shut up.
I suppose I have to. Okay.
But look, season 2 was a improvement, I think, on a lot of the things from season 1 that didn't necessarily work. And you know, the last couple episodes of that were really intense and paid off some incredible storylines and in the lore. And season 3 is, I think for me, is a little bit of a gray area because I know what's coming in terms of where the story goes, but right now we're kind of in this gray area of like, I don't know. Like all we know is that there's going to be a time jump. They've officially said there is going to be a time jump between season 2 and season 3. And we're going to get to see Sauron leading his armies against the elves and men of Middle Earth, and what that war and what that struggle looks like. Also, Sauron, the other thing we know, he is going to be forging the One Ring this season. That's a definite. We're going to get to see Charlie Vickers as Sauron make the ring. So that's really exciting because that's never been depicted on screen before, like properly, outside of Peter Jackson's prologue, of course. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how they interpret that. And then Numenor is coming in to the main story. Like, instead of being over there in their island, now they're going to start to come into Middle Earth and spread their dominance around, and Sauron is going to see that and go, oh, I'm going to give you a ring. I'm going to give you a ring, and now you're going to be under my thrall. So we're all kind of speculating in the fandom who's going to get the rings, who's going to become the Nazgul, the ring wraiths. We don't know who they all are going to be, and who the other ring bearers are going to be, of the dwarves as well. So yeah, it's just going to be great, and it's setting up things for down the track that we're going to get to see. And because the story I've said this before, I'm really looking forward to being told the most is the fall of Numenor, because Numenor is basically Tolkien's version of the Atlantis myth, of this island that disappears into the sea, because they're being punished for their hubris, essentially. And Sauron is involved in that manipulation of Numenor and its downfall, and so I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Is probably going to be in season 4, but we're building to that, and it's going to be very exciting. And spoilers for the show, but not really, because it's obvious as hell in season 1, but Gandalf is officially involved in the show now. We know. Yeah, I know. I don't like it either.
Much to the chagrin.
Much to the chagrin of many fans, they've involved Gandalf, even though he had nothing to do with the story at this point in the timeline. But hey, it's a loose adaptation of the story. They didn't get the rights to the Silmarillion, so they couldn't do it beat by beat. But the gist is basically there. So I'm excited to see how Gandalf's where his story's gonna go. Is this where he meets Galadriel for the first time? Like, is that gonna happen? We're gonna get to see that. Like, that'll be really cool. Yeah, and then a couple of cool actors have been added to the cast. Eddie Marsan is going to be in this in a recurring role in season 3. But the big name that everyone lost their shit over is, of course, Jamie Campbell Bower. Vecna himself is going to be in season 3 and will be a series regular going forward. We don't know who he's playing. Everybody thinks it's Celeborn, which is Galadriel's elven husband, who at this point in the story is missing, presumed dead. No one knows where he is, but he's obviously not dead because he is in the Lord of the Rings, so we can't kill someone off that exists later on. So, but Galadriel thinks he's dead. And yeah, so
Do it, you cowards.
that would be wild, and so many people would really get upset because, like, you know, I mean, I spend all my time writing Sauron and Galadriel fanfiction, and my god, would that just be the craziest thing if they actually kill Celeborn? Because, like, all the, like, hardcore Tolkien fans would be like, you're just doing it to please the Galadriel shippers. I'm like, no, they're not doing that at all. If they were doing that, they would have had more Sauron and Galadriel in season 2 together. Anyway, it's fine. Yeah. But anyway, he might be Celeborn. They also might introduce Glorfindel, who's another elf that's in the books that wasn't adapted into the Peter Jackson films. So that could be cool. But we're pretty confident he's playing an elf. That's the word. So, but yeah, we're all very excited. But I'm very excited. This is the best. I love this show so much. I really hope it comes out this year. If not, if it's early next year, then hey, I'll take it. But if it comes out at the end of this year, then it's going to be worth the wait. So apologies for rambling too long, but you guys know I love this show. So
That's all right.
I gotta get it all out. Just a tad. I can do a fucking lecture on this thing. Yeah, it's awesome. It gives me so much joy, and so many people I know joy. So I can't wait. It's my number one. Of course, it's my number one show that I'm most looking forward to this year. Fulya, tell us. I'm so excited to hear yours. What is your number one most anticipated show for 2026?
Well, it's no surprise, and we've done a trailer park on it last week even. Still watching the anime, and
it's the minions, isn't it? It's the minions.
I am so excited for season 2 of One Piece. I need it now like I've never needed it before. Seeing that full trailer last week just amped up my excitement tenfold. And now I'm just really looking forward to seeing it come onto the screen. We're getting to see like new characters that we haven't seen in season 1. And then we're like Baroque Works is going to be interesting to see come to life. The giants on the giant island, that's going to be really cool. And the whale section of it all, when they're getting to when they're entering the Grand Line. I'm just really pumped to see these characters do their thing, continue their adventure to the Grand Line, and man, I feel like I literally, just like Lister, I have become a very big One Piece fan. Oh man, I'm just excited. There's not really much else I can really say aside from the fact that it couldn't come soon enough. I'm on the edge of my seat, waiting patiently. Just, hurry up so that I can then do the Netflix thing and just for a month so I can watch it.
We gotta time it right.
I gotta time it nicely. So yeah, like even the title of the first episode, the beginning and the end, it's already setting that bar up high. So, and I can't wait to see sweet, adorable Chopper as well. And oh, yeah, I'm ready. Just let me have it already. I am so ready.
Attach it to my veins.
Yep, that is my number one.
Of course it was. Of course it was. I'm really not surprised, but very happy to hear your joy for One Piece season 2. Yes, it's gonna be good times.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good times. All right. I feel like I know exactly what Lister's number one is going to be, but I'm gonna ask him anyway, Mike.
Okay.
What is your most anticipated show for 2026?
Well, you be right, Kendall. It's the bear.
The bear.
Is it?
Is it?
Is it?
Is it really?
I mean, the bear is a great show to look forward to. No judgment.
Yeah, and it's
that's
finishing
your
up.
number one.
Yeah.
It is.
But no, it is One Piece live action season 2.
Hey. Great.
Yes, I do protest that this is my favorite thing now. I am happy. After that trailer, I was smiling from ear to ear. I know exactly where we're going, and I'm very excited on how they're going to adapt it because they have the added bonus of knowing where things are in future stuff, and so they'll add a bit more connective tissue to that because these characters, including the ones in Baroque works, all the Misters and Misses, these characters may or may not turn up in the future. Maybe, don't know. I'm just loving every bit of it and how it's because it's like you said, Fulya, it's nostalgia of stuff that you've just seen, but but they change it to be it's like a retelling of the story that you know, but it's the enjoyable bit of we know what's going to happen. Well, for me and you, Kendall. Sorry, you're out of this conversation. But,
well, gatekeeper much.
I say you're more than welcome to join us.
Join us.
I don't have the time or the willpower to look ahead and see 1,000 episodes on the horizon.
Hey,
sorry.
I started this year on 250, so I've downed 200 episodes so far. So
it's great.
It's a fairly easy watch.
I commend you both. I really do. I do. I have respect.
Yeah. I can't wait for Chopper 2. I just and the stories thereafter, and I know it's a high expectation of. I hope they get to where I am in the live action, but if I'm being realistic, probably not. But
no, I don't think so.
I'm really enjoying that the enthusiastic cast, like seeing all their stuff, including Taz, Sanji, constantly like doing workouts without his shirt. I do, and yeah, just them just knowing of, well, we're going to give it a fair go and see how far we go with this, and honestly commend them to even just doing one season of this is amazing of where they're going, and just two, and they've pretty much done season 3, so that's going to be really exciting on where they're going to go with that, with Alabasta and characters coming in and what that means for the rest of the show, especially where I am is like, oh, I can see this happening in the live action, and it makes me tearful. It makes me tearful of actually seeing this because, well, we not to talk behind closed door. That's talk behind shop, whatever it is. When we were talking about it at the party that we went to, where we all saw each other for the first time in ages. Yeah. This sort of has replaced a franchise that I no longer sort of speak of because of reasonable stuff, because I don't enjoy the author anymore, and the less stuff the better. But this is sort of replace that sort of thing, and I wish I actually got into this as a kid. Then I'll be up to date and seeing what happens. Because as a kid, I love pirate stuff. I mean, I was constantly watching Pirates of Penzance because that was sort of the only pirate thing that was around. This is way before Pirates of the Caribbean. And even watching them is like, it sort of rekindled my love for it when I was like a little bit of a teenager, but still growing up. It's like, I still love this stuff. And then, now I'm in my 30s. I just love the freedom, the piracy. I love piracy. Clip that and put it on a shirt. I can't wait to watch it too, but I want to get up to a point where I am in the anime to watch it, because there is it's not a required reading, but I think it just adds a little more to it of the overarching story of the One Piece. And the 10th of March cannot come any sooner.
Absolutely.
Yep. We're all excited. We're all excited.
And also the official One Piece anime comes back in April, so even more stuff to look forward to.
So much
One Piece.
So much One Piece all the time. That's great. I'm glad you guys are in sync, in unison with your picks. It's very unsurprising and very, very cool. Very, very cool. The excitement is palpable on this podcast. We are going to flip our shits. We're
going to be going up the Grand Line and coming back down again.
Yes. Okay, well that's it. That's
how they're going to do Skype here. I do not
know. That'll be an interesting arc.
Yeah. Sorry, trying to not do spoilers, but the main bad guy in that, who that's based on? Eminem.
Great. Well, I'll find that out when I get to it. But until then, that's popcorn culture. Those are our most anticipated TV shows of 2026. That's what we're looking forward to. So it's going to be a good year if the hype matches the quality of what we watch. I'm sure it will. Yes, we shall see. All right, that's the podcast. I think we're good to call it a night.
That's it.
That's it. That's the show. A 1, a 2, a 3.
And
that was a podcast called Friend. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky for the latest Fred content.
If you'd like to listen to Fred the Alien, you can find us on SoundCloud, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts.
If you'd like to watch Fred the Alien, you can head over to youtube.com/Fred the Alien Productions. And if you're watching the VOD right now, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon to be notified of future videos. And for those of you who are watching us over on Twitch, make sure to give us a follow on your way out, twitch.tv/Fred the Alien Twitch.
Yes, I've been a Kendall Richardson.
I've been Fulya and Michael.
And I've been the man, the myth, the legend, the Michael Lister, the One Piece. Ah, there we go.
and
you just experienced
a
podcast called
Friend.
Lives, Loki dies, the Doctor is in, and there's no time for Firefly because it's still One Piece stuff.
So much One Piece.
Lots of One Piece.
Too much One Piece.
Remember to look after yourself and your mental health, everyone.
Yes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Laters, gators.
And
see.
See.